What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's poppin', guys? How you living out there?
Lost in Vegas coming back at you with the unbiased real reaction, baby.
Right, man. Shout out to our free thinkers, of course.
And our patrons. This is another early access video. This is going to be Anthrax, second chance.
We giving them another shot.
Everybody second chances.
Everybody deserves a second chance. Anthrax was a huge band, man. Part of the Big Four, from what people were saying in the comments, and we just didn't like Caught in a Mosh too much. So we want to give them another shot. We told people in the comments that we would make our way back. Sometimes it just takes us a while because we want to get new blood into the channel. So
and if you guys haven't checked that out on our YouTube channel. That's Caught in a Mosh by Anthrax.
Yep.
Check that out, then you know what we're talking about.
If you're an Anthrax fan, disregard that.
Yeah.
All right, so we chose Indians because Indians was a huge request.
Yes.
This one, Madhouse. There's a couple others, you know me, but Indians seem to make its way into the request a little bit more than some of the other ones. So let's give it a shot. Anthrax, Indians. I don't know if that's... That's hard right there. They saying some real shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that by the way the song sounds.
Exactly. You know.
But they're talking about some real shit. Forced out, brave and mighty, stolen land. They can't fight it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on to pride and tradition, even though they know how much their lives are really missing. Jesus.
Yep.
Indians, right?
Exactly. Native Americans. And from the beginning, they said we all see black and white when it comes to someone else's fight. No one ever wants to get involved, right? But that's true though, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, wow. And I didn't really gather that from this song.
The sound,
you know what I mean?
Sound is more.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I really like the sound too much. As far as the lead singer, I never really kind of embraced his voice. But couple that with what he's talking about and the actual that actually sounds dope.
I think that sounds good, and I like the opening riff as well.
Yeah,
I like that. It sounds like punk rock on steroids.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Adrenaline and shit, like yeah.
It has the but the way he's singing, it sounds like a punk rock song intensified. You know what I mean? Like with metal. Interesting lyrics though. Let's keep it going. I think we were both kind of caught off guard by how deep.
Yeah, exactly.
The lyrics sound. It's a very noble song.
Yeah, it is.
Because it sounds like they're fighting for the rights of Indians, and they have respect for their culture,
which is phenomenal.
And I think that's great. You know what I mean? So kudos to Anthrax. Very noble of them to make a song like this.
Yeah, and you know what? I wouldn't gather again that they're saying things like this in the way it sounds from a surface standpoint. If I'm just listening to the song out somewhere, I wouldn't think it would have anything to do with what they're talking about. Love the land and fellow man. Peace is what we strive to have. You know what I mean? I love that.
It sounds beautiful. It is. And it sounds like a song that I'm supposed to take my shirt off and jump on stage. And I'm sure that's what it is as well. I'm sure people get mosh out to this song. So it's pretty cool, man. And one thing I like about Anthrax as well, man, because they did this sort of the song with Public Enemy. They were willing to step outside of sort of that that metal sphere and then also incorporate hip hop into their shit. Now they got a song called Indians, right? Talking about really in defense of the Indians, uplifting the Indians or Native Americans, right? So I think that says a lot about what this band
is about.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
The character and how they, the integrity of this band. I think that's really good. I just think that's great.
I think it's beautiful, man. And I just want to touch on this line really quick. Prejudice is something we can all do without, right? Flag of many colors is what this land's all about. I think that's beautiful, man. I really think the lyricism of this song goes unnoticed because of the nature of it's a kind of a rock or metal.
The pace.
You know, and I think it loses track of the actual beauty behind the lyricism.
Yeah.
You know, because that's beautiful, man. I love that.
I think it's great, man. And, you know, sometimes when you have a song, man, and you have a message in the song, and it's a noble message, it's different to make that song popular.
That's true.
For people to get behind that song. Maybe there's a discomfort there, or maybe there's just a lack of interest for whatever reason. So this is clearly a popular song by them, and they have some really incredible lyricism.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I think that that's great. They made something that was meaningful, that had substance, that stood for something popular. You know, whether or not people really were understanding truly what was going on in the lyrics.
Right.
I'm curious to know that. Like at the time, guys, people who are Anthrax fans, were you really listening to the lyrics? Were you really engrossed in what they were saying, or was it just a hot song that you were just moshing to? So, yeah, man.
And that's what we like on this channel.
Yep.
We love lyricism. We love music. You know, I think when you couple those two, you got something great. So
let's keep it going.
yeah, man. So, what do you think?
What I think? You know, there's a lot of elements of this song that I liked.
Me too.
You know, I liked a lot of the thrashing. I love the opening riff that we heard. The lyricism obviously was really, really surprisingly noble, honorable. And just the whole, we all see black and white, man. And, you know, when it comes to someone else's fight, I just think that just reigns true. I just think in so many aspects in life, when you're not in someone else's shoes, it's easy to just kind of just see things as just sort of, nope, well, I'm over here, they're over here. That has nothing to do with me.
There's no gray area.
There's no gray area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to kind of do that when it doesn't affect you. So I love that. I love, like, you know what? Appreciate your fellow man. Stand up for your fellow man. I love that. You know, even if it isn't something that would directly impact you, it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I love how this was a noble song that I was really impressed that they took this route. Actually. Not saying that I didn't, you know, that I just didn't know. I didn't know that
they caught us off guard. Definitely.
Yeah, it did. And like I said before, you know, them collaborating with Public Enemy and trying to incorporate bringing hip hop into the equation in metal, and I'm sure that was met with some resistance.
Absolutely.
What is them now making a song called Indians? I mean, what does that say about this band? I think it says a lot to this band and what they stand for. So salute to Anthrax for that. Now, with the vocals were tough. Very difficult for me to get past the vocals on this. I just think his vocals sounded really flat. Kind of the same thing I said in the Caught in the Mosh.
Yeah.
I just think the vocals were just difficult. But I don't think this is a bad song. I don't know if I could revisit this purely because of that. I just couldn't get past it. You know what I mean? But this is significantly more appealing to me than Caught in a Mosh. You know what I mean? And I can understand now that we've kind of really heard this song and really dug into this song, and I can understand sort of the vibe and the energy this band has. I can understand why they were a big deal. A big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So cool. Yeah, man. I agree with you. I think this is leaps and bounds better, in my opinion, than Caught in a Mosh because of the lyricism behind it. The lyricism to me took center stage, even though certain parts of the groove I did like. But I really feel like this appeals to a younger demographic. And me being the age that I am now, I really listen to how you sound on the track. And to your point, the vocalist to me sounds a little immature is the word that comes to mind. But if I'm being objective, as a whole, this song is great. I mean, because of the lyricism, the actual instrumentation that they're able to put together, it sounds good. So with that being said, I think I can't give it any kind of criticism on that strength, because the full body of work, you've heard me say that before, is great. However, I just think that this particular sound and this kind of punk rockish type of go, 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 I don't know if that appeals to me. So I think if I'm being objective, I think that's why I'm kind of reserved and saying that this would kind of make my playlist, because it wouldn't, because I have to be honest and say it just doesn't appeal to me, per se.
There we go.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Shout out to Anthrax for that one.
Yep.
That's the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, if you're interested, check out our Patreon channel.
Yep.
Link will be in the description. That's the end of the video. George, Ryan, Lost in Vegas.
We out.